Aren't you sick of these lies? Hi, my name is Ali Schwaga. This is 10 Points to Ponder, where we like to talk about all the things that get you canceled: race, politics, Jesus, and manhood. Today, I want to talk about race and manhood. Manhood. This is such a missing piece right now in our society and culture. We need to stop this narrative that police are just out here looking to kill black men. It's a lie. And you might ask yourself, why does Ali think that something like this is so pervasive? Well, because it seems like every time I read my news feed, I'm reading one more article that talks about how scared black people are. One article said that black people, when there's a police shooting of a black person, experience mental health problems and turmoil over some person that got shot, and you have no idea what it was that precipitated that circumstance. I read another article today about a black mom that is so scared for her sons that she's in Canada. She's in Canada and she's teaching them yoga meditation just so that they can deal with the pressure of being black. The worst thing I heard was this stupid idiot, and I say that with all due respect, the stupid idiot LeBron James, who, after police save a black girl's life by shooting another black girl that was about to slash her in the throat, comes out and puts the picture of that police officer, the hero, and says, "You're next, hashtag accountability." Like he's threatening this person. This is the same LeBron James who is an idiot and goes out on a press conference during the height of all this BLM garbage and says, black people, we're scared out here. We don't know if the police officer woke up on the wrong side of the bed. We don't know if he just wants to kill someone. We don't know. We're scared out here. Well, let's talk about that. Should you be scared? Should you be scared of others, black men, who have taken on this narrative and now believe that because we're defunding the police, you can't do anything to them? And the worst part about all of this and people like LeBron James is that they're just falling in line with what white liberals actually want. The white liberal, as Jason Whitlock put it so succinctly and so beautifully, the white liberal is the ideological descendant of the slave owner. Why is that? Because they also believe in racial hierarchy. They believe that black people are a special class and a special category, and there are only certain things that they are good for and can do. And so it's the white liberal that's going to tell you, hey, if you don't understand math, that's okay, because math is racist. Math isn't for black people. Understanding, reading, being smart, that's not for black people. White liberals will tell you, you know what? Here, let me help you. Let me be the one that's going to save you instead of giving you the tools. White liberals are the ones who define blackness and are the main reason why we find it okay for people to walk around with their pants sagging down to the ground, and nobody wants to say anything, because if you say anything, you're racist. Or we find it okay that you're going around, sleeping around with all sorts of people, making all of these kids, or getting them aborted at an astronomical rate, And nobody can say anything because if you say it, you're being racist. You're blaming the victim. All of this is at its core the most racist thing that you can do to someone, to tell them that they are incapable of achieving any success without your help. So today, let's talk about the reality of what's going on with race, how it's made people extremely soft, and why. We always want to ask, why this lie? Why is it that the issue of race is just blowing up? First, it's anti-Asian racism, and then it's police officers that are against black people. Why is it? So first, let's talk about what the actual reality is. I have some statistics from 2017 to 2021, the number of people that have been shot by the police by race. Up in 2020, you see from the white people and white category, there have been 457 white people shot by the police in 2020, as opposed to 241 black people who have been shot by the police. So almost half of the number of people that have been shot by police, whites compared to blacks, have been black. And you might ask yourself, what about the population? Well, great question, because the next statistic I have for you is numbers of murders. Actual murders that are being committed by ethnicity. I got this by statistics from 2019. It says of the total 13,900, almost 14,000 murders that were committed in 2019, we see that 5,787 white people were murdered, and yet 7,484 black people were murdered. And guess who's killing them? Guess who's killing them? Well, let's look back to these 2018 statistics to find out who's killing them. This is the number of people that have been murdered back in 2018, and they were able to find the perpetrator. So of the 3,315 white people that have been murdered, 2,677 of them were murdered by another white person. So yeah, great. That is normal because you're living around usually people of the same race in the same neighborhood. So it's understandable that when it comes to crimes like murder, it's usually not just some stranger that's coming and killing you. It's usually some sort of dispute that you have with someone that's very nearby. But you see that 514 black people killed white people last year. Now let's look at African Americans. 2,925 black people were killed in 2020. Of those 2,925, 234 of them got killed by white people. So much less were killed by white people than black people killed white people. And then of those who actually were killed by black people, 2,600. And so you're going to create some sort of narrative that tells me that my fear as a black man, my fear for my kids, needs to be them walking down the street and some police officer comes after them, when it looks like about a 90% chance they're going to be killed by another black person that's walking around without a care in the world because he's been told he's a victim and there is no authority. I just get to do whatever I want. And so he sees my sons and he decides that, you know what, I'm going to kill these black people because that's just what black people do, because the white liberal has told him that this is his task in life. This is his purpose in life. This is being authentically black, to go and shoot and kill, and then guess what? On the other hand, you have LeBron James. He's not gonna care about my kids being shot. He's here promoting this stupid hip-hop culture and music that tells people to stop snitching. Don't tell. And so the police are trying to find out who killed who. And what happened to my kid? And LeBron and his ilk are telling everybody else, stop snitching. Don't tell. Nobody needs to know. That's how it works in the hood. Because stop snitching. Don't tell the police. Because the police are white. They're racist. Stop snitching. Don't tell on another black man who killed a black man. Stop snitching. And that's how all that works. And in the meantime, the white liberal is sitting back, laughing and rejoicing in the fact that we are so stupid that we allow this to continue and allow ourselves to be killed without any justice. Next statistic. According to the FBI, African Americans accounted for 55.9% of all homicide offenders in 2019, with whites at 41%, where the race was known. What does that mean? Take the fact that you've got the same amount of people being murdered, blacks versus whites, and then you take into account the fact that blacks are only 13% of the population as opposed to whites being 60% of the population, and you don't see the problem here? So who am I really supposed to be afraid of? Who am I supposed to be concerned about my kids walking down the street and meeting? The police? Is it the police? Well, let's look at those statistics. In 2019, according to the Washington Post, it said that 14 unarmed African Americans were killed by police out of 50 million police stops. On the other hand, in 2019, 20 people in the United States got struck by lightning. Less unarmed African Americans were killed in 2019 by the police than were struck by lightning. This is tantamount to a lightning strike, and we are out in the streets yelling and screaming and burning things and looting. It's a lie. I wish I could stay composed, but I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing all these lies by the media because these lies have actual real world consequences. These lies are causing African Americans to now feel like the police are their enemies and resist arrest even more, which is going to cause more African Americans to be shot and killed. And yet no one in the media cares at all. They don't care. They just want ratings. They just want to get you all high. They want to make you scared. And yet this same psychological campaign to create a black victim class is killing. It's actually having the opposite effect. It's creating the thing that it says it's against. This topic, it strikes at my core because I have 3 sons. And I read these news articles and it seems as if they want my sons to feel that the only way that they can succeed in America is to beg the white liberal for this nebulous concept of racial justice, to cower for the master to love us. rather than understand that this is a meritocracy, that they can achieve anything that they want if they apply themselves to it and do the work of being competitive in a competitive society. These idiots never talk about the doing the work of character development. They don't talk about the issue of the absence of fathers. This mom that's trying to raise her sons and is scared of them going out because of police brutality. Well, where the heck is the dad? Where is the father of these children? That's what you should be more scared of. The fact that you're raising these kids without a father figure, and they're allowing an idiot like LeBron James to be their father figure? Come on! So yes, I get mad because it's dumb. It's the height of stupidity. And I want to move on and talk about why. Why this lie? The first and most obvious, the reason I started this channel is because these lies are being done for political power. They're meant to keep this issue at the forefront while never dealing with the root of the issue. Any attempt to deal with the root of the issue, education, family structure, working hard and having determination, self-reliance, any of that is just going to be vilified. It's going to be called whiteness. You don't want any of that. We just need political power. We just need to vote in the right people. Uncle Joe's going to save you because he understands. He understands the chains that you've been in. And he's going to loose them. He's going to loose them because he's your master. They want you to switch God for the white liberal as your God and your master and your sustainer. This is stupidity. It seeks to place you in a category where you no longer can be yourself. You can't drive down the road listening to country music because that ain't black. Although, one of the things I love about country music, as an aside, is that it's one of those genres of music that causes you to really think positively. I just was driving home and I was listening to one country song about, daddy's got some dirt on his shirt. That's an idea. Dad's got some dirt on his shirt because he's putting bacon on the pan for mom. Where are you getting that message in rap music? You're not getting the message, hey, get dirty. Go do the work. Build yourself up. Have something for yourself. It doesn't matter if you have a small house. At least it's yours. At least you know what? You've got God. You've got the land. You've got work. You've got everything that you need as a human being to be successful and live the life that God has called you to. You don't hear that in rap music. I just want more. I want some gold chains. I want this woman and this woman. And I'm going to have all these kids and I don't care anything about what happens to them afterward. And so the first reason for the lie is political power. The second reason is because it helps whites to establish some sense of moral authority and superiority by being woke. Did you see Nancy Pelosi? She is a demonic woman. She's demonic and debased and evil. When she looks up to the sky and, oh, thank you, George Floyd, for dying for justice? Are you kidding me? She is thanking George Floyd for the opportunity to enact her vision of utopia and proliferate evil. And the third reason why this narrative is because it's evil. They want to erode any sense of godly confidence. And so as soon as you start hearing that black people, and there's a system that's against you, and you got to work twice as hard to get half as far, and everything that you do, the white man's just going to keep you down. Some people will persevere through that, but some people are going to say, well then, I might as well just hang out on the corner and be a stereotype, drinking a 40, sitting around, wasting my time, wasting the life that God has given you. Because you want to believe LeBron James and his stupidity. You think LeBron James is your pop, huh? Is he telling that stupidity to his own son? His son will end up in prison if he tells him that stupidity. Or shot. If you want to keep it real, I just want to end by saying that this narrative is harmful. It's being used to create a Marxist utopia. It's actually racist and racism that's proliferated by white liberals. And it's making cowards of men. And I have so many examples of that as well. For me, the next step, I'll tell you this right now. If I get to 200 subscribers, my next video is going to be me burning my LeBron James shoes, because this guy is a idiot and deserves full condemnation. Comment, subscribe, like, share. This has been 10 Points to Ponder.